Welcome to biology class. In this video, we are going to start a new lesson. Unit 14, Transportation in Plants and Circulation in Animals. What is transportation? Transportation is the carrying of substances from one place to another place. Transportation is seen in plants and animals. Let us see the introduction first. Multicellular organisms are made up of millions of cells. Every cell needs a continuous supply of nutrients and oxygen. Nutrients and oxygen are necessary to maintain life. What do the organisms do with nutrients and oxygen? Nutrients and oxygen are used by the cells to produce energy. Glucose is an example for nutrients. This glucose is broken down by oxygen. This process provides energy. This energy is necessary for all the vital activities of organisms. So there is a need for the transportation of nutrients and oxygen. A plant needs water for various activities. Water and minerals are transported from root system to various parts with the help of xylem elements. A leaf needs water for photosynthesis. This water is transported from root to the leaves through the xylem elements. Leaves prepare food material by photosynthesis. The prepared food materials are transported from leaves to the needed areas through phloem elements. Xylem and phloem are the transporting elements in a plant. In animals, substances like nutrients, salts, oxygen, hormones and waste products are circulated around the body by circulatory system. The central part of the circulatory system is heart. Blood vessels, lymph, the heart and blood are the components of circulatory system. The circulatory system transports various substances in human beings and animals. In plants, transportation is done by some forces. They are diffusion, active transport, osmosis, and imbibition. Let us learn these forces one by one in detail. Diffusion involves the movement of solid, liquid, and gas molecules. In diffusion, the molecules move from their region of higher concentration to their region of lower concentration. In this picture, this side shows molecules in higher concentration. The other side has molecules in lower concentration. So we can imagine the direction of movement of molecules in diffusion. In diffusion, the molecules move from the region of higher concentration to lower concentration. Diffusion involves the movement of solid, liquid and gaseous molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of their lower concentration. Diffusion is a passive process. What is the reason? Energy is not required for diffusion, so it is called as a passive process. Look at the picture. Here there is a cell. It is given in yellow color. Inside the cell, the molecules are in lower concentration. Outside the cell, the molecules are in higher concentration. So the molecules move from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. What will happen after diffusion? After diffusion, see the diagram after diffusion. Here there is increase in the number of molecules inside the cell. This indicates that the molecules started moving from outside to inside the cell because of diffusion. Through osmosis also, molecules are transported. Osmosis is a process in which solvent molecules are transported. So in order to understand osmosis, first we have to learn what is called as a solution. A solvent molecule combines with solute to form a solution. If we mix a solvent and solute, a solution will be formed. Here there is a beaker containing solvent. When solute is added, it will form a solution. Osmosis involves movement of solvent molecules. Water is a solvent molecule. In osmosis, the molecules move from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. In osmosis, movement of solvent takes place through a semi-permeable membrane. Around the cell, there is a plasma membrane. The plasma membrane is a semi-permeable membrane. It is called selectively permeable membrane because it selects and allows some substances to pass through. Like diffusion, osmosis is also a passive process. It does not need energy. Let us find out the direction of movement of molecules in this picture. In this picture, a membrane separates two different solutions of two different concentrations. In one side, the solution has more solute molecules. On the other side, the solution has less number of solute molecules, that is dilute solution. Dilute solution has more number of water molecules than a concentrated solution. So here the water will move from the dilute solution to concentrated solution. Water moves from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration through membrane. So this is a direction of movement of water. Let us learn and experiment to understand osmosis. This picture shows a beaker filled with water. A thistle funnel filled with sugar solution is kept inside the beaker. The mouth of the thistle funnel is covered by a semi-permeable membrane. What is inside the Thistle funnel? Sugar solution is inside the Thistle funnel. What is taken inside the beaker? Pure water is taken inside the beaker. Pure water has water molecules with greater concentration. Sugar solution has more solute molecules than water molecules. So water from the beaker crosses the semi-permeable membrane and enters into the Thistle funnel. As a result of this, there is increase in the level of sugar solution in the Thistle funnel. So this experiment demonstrates osmosis. What is osmosis? Movement of water molecules from their region of higher concentration to the region of their lower concentration through semi-permeable membrane. We will discuss about imbibition force in the next video.